Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is my March and April gilded pleasures, aka my March and April favorites. So I haven't filmed one of these videos in a very long time, and I just absolutely love favorites videos. Like, I like filming them. I like compiling my favorite go-to items to put in the videos. I love watching them. I just watched 2 before I sat down to do my makeup, and I love listening to what people are liking, because then it gives me a chance to, you know, see if there's something new that I want to try and branch out, and they're just the best. So before we go ahead and get into this video, be sure to like this video, subscribe to me if you haven't already. I don't know why you wouldn't want to come back to all of this. No, I'm kidding, but please subscribe. Please join my family here on YouTube. I would love to have you guys. And be sure to follow me on all my social media networks. I have all those listed down below, along with everything I talk about in this video today, linked, coupons, all that will be in the description box, so go ahead and check that out. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. So let's go ahead and get into what I've been loving for the month of March and April. And I put March and April together because, one, I haven't really been doing my makeup a lot in April. School, projects, midterms, whatever. And then March, I spent a lot of time really doing my makeup and playing around with makeup and buying new makeup. So I figured I would just put them together, what I love then versus what I love now, and all that good stuff, and I'd give it to you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and start with just the makeup items. So the first thing I've been loving in the March and April months is the NARS Sheer Glow foundation. This is like my new holy grail foundation. It's my new favorite. I absolutely adore it. And for me, I think it's like a medium to full coverage foundation. I'm in the shade medium dark for Macau. I picked this up because of Jackie Aina here on YouTube. It's one of her favorite foundations, and I needed a new one because I've been wearing the Maybelline Fit Me in the past, and I'm an in-between shade in that line, so I had to like mix and, you know, get real chemist on it to, you know, try and figure out a shade that was near me, which still wasn't near my complexion. And I would always like never want to wear like low-cut shirts when I film because it never really matched me. But I feel so comfortable right now, like just flawless. Like I love it. It's beautiful coverage. It's not cakey. I can't say enough good things about it. It's one of my favorites, and I was sort of kind of skeptical to try it out at first because I think 2 summers ago I had the All Day Weightless Luminous foundation by them when it was like crazy and everybody was like, this is the best foundation ever. I went out and I bought it in this shade. I had it in Macau, but the coloring is just like a slight bit off. It's a lot more orange, and it was good for a couple weeks, and I was like looking phenomenal, and I was glowy, and I was just like, yes. And then all of a sudden it started to oxidize on me very, very badly, and the orange and like warm tones in that foundation really came out. So I was a little skeptical because I was like, yo, this stuff turned orange, like what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm never gonna wear foundation again because I cannot find one that matches me. But this does, and I absolutely love it. So thanks, Auntie Jackie. Next is the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. This palette is like on so many people's like cult favorite list of just like all-time best eyeshadow palettes. It was one of the hardest makeup purchases I've ever had to make just because I couldn't find it anywhere. Like, it was always sold out. Like, every time it would come into stock, I would go to buy it, it would be out of stock. But I finally got my hands on it like a couple months ago, and I absolutely love it. I love the rosiness and like the warm tones in the palette because that's what I gravitate towards. I like neutrals. I like really bright colors. So like the pink in here, the Love Letter, and the Venetian Red, and the Rogar, those shades are so beautiful to me, and I absolutely adore them. So this palette was like a real hit for me, and it always really is, but I haven't really been reaching for it because I have so many palettes. But lately this has been my go-to, and I use it on my eyes today. And I used Raw Sienna Burnt Orange, and I used Primavera, and I really love how blendable it is. It does have a lot of kickback, but most shadows, when they're highly pigmented, you will have like some serious type of fallout. So I'm not really, you know, opposed to it. I don't feel any type of way. Plus, because I've been using this for like a minute now and I still haven't hit pan on any shades, so I'm not really worried. I definitely think this is worth the buy. Anastasia, y'all did that. Next, I'm going to be talking about some highlighters that I love and absolutely adore, and the first of them being the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo in 2. I originally heard about this product because of Sandra Deluxe, who I absolutely adore, another one of my makeup godmoms. But she would always wear this like as her highlight, and I was like, I have to have it because she looks so gorgeous in it, so like it'll look great on me too. So I went and I bought it. This is what it looks like. So you have the bronzer on this side and then the highlighter on this side. I never used the bronzer actually, but this is what it looks like. It's very pretty. So it's very pigmented, it's very metallic like, very buildable. And I'm actually gonna go pick up the Pro Light Fusion today, which is just like the highlighter by itself, and it comes in 2 shades as well, 1 and 2. So I'm gonna go pick that up because I literally just want the highlight by itself, because I never use the bronzer and I'd rather just have the highlight on its own. But definitely one of my favorites. If you're into bronzer quads or bronzer duos, I think this will be worth the purchase because you just throw it in your bag, you have your bronzer and your highlighter. It's good for travel, and yeah. So next are the Diamond Glow powders by Artist Couture. And these are like my favorite loose highlighter pigments. They're really freaking beautiful. I picked these up when I got the Jackie Aina holiday collection, and I got 5 different shades including her collaboration. But my absolute favorites are Conceited and Sugar Daddy. So that's what that looks like. That is Conceited. It's really pigmented. It's very sparkly but not too glittery. And this is Sugar Daddy. It's a lot rosier and a lot more bronzy. I hope you guys can see that. But these are like my favorite highlighters. Like, they're so beautiful, they're so easy to use, they're not too messy. I tend to use a like blending type brush, something more concentrated to control it, because since it is so finely milled, the particles can get crazy and sort of kind of end up all over if you're not too careful. But if that's the look that you're going for, then I mean, use whatever brush you want. Lastly, for highlighters is the Anastasia Nicole Glow Kit. I had to include this in here because I absolutely fell in love with it. If you watched my last tutorial, my Get Ready With Me, I talked about my love for Nicole Guerrero and this glow kit and this collaboration, because she's one of my favorite beauty influencers and Anastasia is one of my favorite makeup brands. So it was just perfect for me. Shades that I sort of kind of gravitate towards are Glow Getter and 143. These are my favorites. I tend to use them a lot, as you can see. It's a really gorgeous palette. I think they did a beautiful job. Hold on, let me not smack myself in the face. That's what Glow Getter looks like. And (143), and it's just like, it's a really beautiful palette. My only like sort of kind of con, I guess, is that it is like a chunkier glitter compared to that glow kit. So like the first round of glow kits that they released, but I don't really see a problem with it. It depends on the brush that you use. When I first used it, I used a bigger, more fluffier highlighter brush, so I had particles, you know, in random places that I didn't intend for it to get, and that was a little frustrating. But using a smaller brush, I've sort of kind of been able to control the amount of, you know, highlighter on my face. I'm wearing it today on my cheeks. I absolutely love it. I love that there's a variation of colors. I think that anybody can wear this glow kit and use it and love it. So definitely one of my favorites. So now that we have highlighters out of the way, let's talk lashes. The last couple of months I've been loving like 3 pairs of lashes, and one of those pair of lashes has been the ones that I have on right now. These are Cocoa lashes in the style Misha, and I love them so much. One, because they have an invisible band, and when I first started wearing lashes, I could only wear the Ardell 600s because they had an invisible lash band. It was so comfortable and so easy to put on, and these remind me of them, but they're like a lot longer, I want to say, and like a little more wispy, but these remind me of them and they're so beautiful. And I love wearing them out, especially during the day, because it's not a really dramatic lash. Like, it's still a like, wow, look at me lash, but it's not like, oh my gosh, like that's heavy for daytime. It's really beautiful. It's really like flirty and fun, and they're my favorites. Another lash that I absolutely have been loving these last couple of months are my Makeup Shayla Flutter Lashes in I Slay. These are such a beautiful lash because they sort of flare out, and so it really like elongates your eyes and gives your eyes like that cat-like effect. These are limited edition, but I think they're still on the website, so I would definitely recommend getting them. I'm going to get some more before they go out of stock. I want to get like at least 3 more pairs so I have an even number of them, but this is what they look like, and they're so beautiful. They're easy to clean. The lash band is very thin. It's not too heavy, so it won't feel like there's something on your eyes, but it's still like a really gorgeous lash, and it's definitely one of my favorite pairs of lashes to date because they're so easy to put on and they're so comfy. And I'm still getting the hang of lashes, and so finding lashes that are super comfortable and easy to put on are like my favorite thing in the world. And so those 2 lashes have been like my favorites for daytime, and just when I want to feel beautiful but I don't want to do too much, I gravitate towards that lash and this one. So that's it for makeup. We can go ahead and move on to skincare. I only have a couple items, so I'm gonna try and make this fast. I'm a really huge sheet mask person. I love them. I feel like I've been trying so many lately because I really like my face to be hydrated, and I feel like this is a really easy way to do so instead of like maybe putting too much moisturizer on, because I do sort of have combo oily skin, so I never want to overhydrate my skin if that's possible. But when I use sheet masks, more specifically hydrating sheet masks, I don't have to worry about that because I know there's going to be a deeper level of hydration going on in my skin in addition to what I put on topically. And the one that I've been loving are the Belief Aqua Sheet Balm masks. These are like the best hydrating sheet masks that I've tried, and what I love about these is that I know when I wake up in the morning after using them at night that my face will still be supple and still feel hydrated, which is very important to me because when I wear makeup regularly, my face tends to be a lot more dry, so I need to be able to replenish that and know that what I'm using is going to effectively replenish that. And I can always trust that when I use these, my face will stay hydrated, and I do see a difference in my skin. My skin is brighter, it's firmer, and I don't like break out as much because my skin is being replenished properly. And sometimes when I use other sheet masks, I don't get the same effect. So this is definitely like top 5, top 5, top 5. Next is the Urban Decay Rehab Makeup Prep Hot Springs Hydrating Gel. Now this is new. This is from like their new skincare collection line. They have like a lip oil and a makeup remover spray, all these different really cool products. But I picked this up because of Miss Nicole Guerrero. I heard her talk about it in one of her favorites videos, I believe, and I just happened to go to Ulta like 2 days later, and I was like, why not? And I've been using it day and night regardless if I wear makeup to hydrate my skin, because it has encapsulated water from a Japanese hot spring that's like 1,000 years old, and it gives me a lot of hydration. And so days where I'm not using sheet masks, or I just feel like my skin needs an extra something, I really love putting this on. It appears to be matte in the jar, but it like literally turns into water as soon as you start rubbing it in. But it's actually formulated specifically for makeup prep. I used it today. My skin looks great. It feels great. Doesn't feel heavy. I don't feel like I have makeup on my face. It just feels like second skin, which is super important to me. And so I really like this. It will definitely be a repurchase. And then the last makeup item is the Mario Badescu facial spray with rose, aloe, and herbs. And this is like my favorite facial spray ever. I've really been focusing on getting rid of any setting sprays or like prep sprays that have denatured alcohol or just alcohol period in their ingredients, just because I don't want to be putting that on my face. And so I've gone back to using this stuff, and I absolutely love it. It's soothing. I use it for anything and everything, which is why I'm almost out of it already. But I use it after I wash my face and put my moisturizer on. I use it before bed. I use it to spray throughout my makeup process. I use it as a prep spray, as a finishing spray. It's a multi-use product, and it smells good and it has good ingredients in it for you and for your skin. And I think that's important when it comes to makeup, because your skincare makes your makeup look great. Right? I think so, yeah. So that's it for my March and April Gilded Pleasures. I really hope you guys loved this video. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. That will let me know that you guys want to see a Make Favorites video next month. And as always, be sure to check my description box down below for all of the products I talked about in this week's video, as well as my social media. So if you are not following me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, you probably should. That's another way to stay updated with me and the Gilded Life outside of YouTube. And that's it. So until my next video, peace, love, and abundance, you guys. Bye.